Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We are back within the Phyrexia All Will Be One early access event. Fully loaded accounts, a complete collection for all of your favorite content creators to showcase the newest set. Holy Toledo's, buckle up, because in today's video, we have an undefeated deck. This is Selesnya Toxic. White and green accumulating poison counters on our opponent for quick, easy wins. We'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies and the synergies held within, demonstrating this within our gameplay footage against all of these other fantastic creators, as well as wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support. You can also become a YouTube member for some extra goodies. Alrighty, so let's take a look at this new Selesnya Toxic deck. Here we are. This is a standard 60 card best of one build with a 2.4 average mana value. 22 creatures to 14 non-creatures, supported by 24 land in the Boseiju. Oakley dokley here. So you already probably know about the Venerated Rot Priest for 1 mana. It's a 1/2 with Toxic 1. Whenever a creature you control becomes a target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. This is phenomenal because A, it's a non-legendary creature that you can stack. That ability will also stack. Secondly, it's going to trigger when you target your Rot Priest or your creatures, as well as when your opponents will target it. So, you know, they're going to target it with removal. We're going to say, oh no, you don't. Target it with protection. That's a double target, and hopefully there's multiple in play, and you can see just how quickly these poison counters will accumulate onto our opponent. Alrighty then, so moving on, we have the Skrelv, I really do not know. Defector Might for 1 mana. It's a 1/1 legendary artifact creature. Toxic 1, can't block. We can pay 1 white Phyrexian mana, so 1 white mana or 2 life, tapping the Might, choosing a color. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until the end of turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn, aka unblockable. If your opponent's running a monocolored deck, their deck has only one. Oh my lord, she just will not stop. She's yelling, she's running around the whole room. Maya, we're not spinning to win right now. We're talking about the deck. Anyway, so 2 life or 1 white mana for this ability. You tap it, choose a color. Hexproof if they're trying to remove it. Unblockable if you're looking to attack. So best of both worlds. You know, offensive, defensive capabilities here. We do love it. Moving on, we have the Slaughter Singer for 2 mana, 1 green, 1 white, 2/2, Toxic 2. Whenever another creature you control with Toxic attacks, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Again, this is a non-legendary creature that we can stack, and that ability really adds up quite nicely. Not to mention the Toxic 2 as well. We have the Jawbone Duelist here, 2 mana as well, a 1/1, double strike, Toxic 1, which basically is Toxic 2, because it's 2 sets of damage to our opponent, which is nice. The Bloated Contaminator for 3, it's a 4/4 with Trample and Toxic 1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, Proliferate. This is nice for our own +1/+1 counters, potentially, our own loyalty counters, as well as increasing the amount of poison counters on our opponent. A 4/4 with Trample for 3 is also just ridiculous base stats. Toxic is good, and then that static ability there for the Proliferate is just like, who made this card? Oakley dokley. And then, you know, Ajani Sleeper Agent back in the fold, 4 mana, 4 starting loyalty. It is completed, so we can, you know, pay that Phyrexian Selesnya hybrid mana. 2 life if we want. If we choose to do so, 2 less loyalty on that Planeswalker. +1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card or a planeswalker card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into the bottom of your library. -3, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance until the end of turn. Now, those counters are great for the Proliferate, as well as Ajani being a planeswalker for the loyalty. -6, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, an opponent will get 2 poison counters. EO reverse. So really fitting nicely within the deck as a whole. And that's all we'll have in the build for poison counters, other than the White Sun's Twilight for 2 + X. Sorcery speed, you gain X life, create an X amount of 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might creature tokens with Toxic 1. They can't block. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures, not your mites, baby. Let's go. So, you know, this is phenomenal. If things get out of hand, you can also gain some life and just make some more creatures at any point as well. And then finally, as a non-creature, poison, potentially the Skrelv's Hive for 2, and enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, create a 1/1 Phyrexian Mite with Toxic 1, and it can't block. Corrupted, if they have 3 or more poison counters on them, we get lifelink on all of our toxic creatures, which is really, really cool. And then, you know, just filling around this with some general control. We have the Hive creating the mites. So we're using Mondrak just because I like it. I just love this card. So I'm going to include it in every single deck from now on. 4/4, if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, create twice that many tokens instead. AO River, we can pay 3. 2 of that is Phyrexian White, so it could be 4 life to sacrifice 2 artifacts and or creatures to put an indestructible counter on Mondrak, which we do not mind at all. And, you know, that's really, really good if we can start making some tokens. Through that Hive, getting 2 every turn is fine, and nice indestructible creatures as well. And then, you know, comboing in on that Twilight, potentially. All right, so targeting our own creatures to trigger the Rot Priest or our opponent's creatures to gain field control will be Soul Partition for 2. Instant speed, exile target non-land permanent for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it, and a spell cast by an opponent will cost 2 more. So we're taxing them, getting it out of play, and then, you know, we can just, like, protect our own thing, replay it. You know, it's really nice. Potentially just to trigger the Rot Priest. The safekeeping as well. You protect our creatures, our permanents in general, because maybe they're going after our enchantment. Who knows? And, you know, that's going to trigger the Rot Priest as well, gain us a little bit of life. The Emperor can, for 4 mana, 3 starting loyalty with Flash, activating loyalty abilities at instant speed the turn it entered. We talked about... oh, actually, we didn't talk about anything. +1, putting +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains first strike until the end of turn. That's really nice for the Proliferate. And then -2, creating a 2/2 Samurai with Vigilance. That's really nice with Mondrak. -2, exile, tap target creature. You gain 2 life. You know, that's just good field control. We have Ajani's... we already talked about Ajani's abilities. Sorry. Elspeth Resplendent for 5 starting loyalty, +1. Choose up to 1 target creature. It gets a +1/+1 counter. Also a Vigilance, First Strike, Lifelink, or Flying counter as well. The +1/+1 counter, and then one of the other keyword counters. -3, look at the top 7, grab a permanent with mana value 3 or less, put it into the battlefield. It's also going to grab a shield counter, which is quite nice. The rest go on the bottom in random. -7, create 5 3/3 angels with flying. Again, with Mondrak, that's going to be 10 3/3s potentially, which is ridiculous. So the deck's not solely built around Mondrak. There's not a ton of token creation, but there's enough that I just like to run it. It's a cool card. I like it. You could probably switch it out for something else if you wanted, but you know, there's a couple scenarios where it's really done wonders for us. That's the deck. We do have the new lands, the thickets, on side of the farmlands and the brushlands, making the mana base very, very consistent. Seat of the Empire and Who Endures for our utility lands as well, and some basics to fill around the edges. Fantastic deck so far. We have not lost a match with it yet, so really looking forward to playing more with it, fine-tuning it, and you know, testing it in rank once the set is fully released on Arena, February 7th. So just a few more days, you know, we'll be there. And yeah, we're going to showcase the deck to you guys all. And if you have any ideas how we can improve this deck, don't hesitate. Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like as well if you haven't already done so, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the cool content. Doogie? All right, let's play some Magic. On the draw, good enough hand. Let's start with Rot Priest. Might on 2. we can, you know, give hexproof and unblockable to green, I guess. Stomper is good. It's a lot of toxic here. Three poison counters. We can grab 2 more with the safekeeping from the Rot Priest. Put on an additional 2 from the Contaminator if it's unblocked through the Might. A fight effect from the Stomper. It is a target, though. I wish we had protection, so it was like they target, then we retarget. Not till next turn, though. Here comes a Speaker. Here comes a Gorger. That is a lot of mana. I've never seen that much mana. I'm gonna pay life for it. Up to 6 counters. We're holding on to safekeeping and the Emperor. We have 18 life. The Bloated Contaminator is just so good. Fair and playable. And they can't target us. They just need to play like a massive creature that's not green. Missa. Woof. That's a good card. They're tapped out, so we just get to double trigger on the Priest. And then that's going to be a double oil counter, or poison counter. That was smooth as butter, baby. Wow. Alright, our opponent's going to go first, but our land doesn't look like it's cooperating much. Let's mulligan. Keep 6. You stay. You stay. You stay, you go. Whoa, 1 land? Okay, 2 land. It's like, what am I even looking at this for if I only have 1 land? I have a little in the way. You guys see that? That's a Rot Priest. Oh yeah. Sign me up. We love it. We don't love that. You're a bully, Yami. Never punished. Loving that land. Keeping up protection, because we know they have it. It's 4 damage. And it's also double toxic. Salt die. 5 mana. No, I don't think you will. If only we had our Rot Priest out, that would have been 2 additional counters. They're tapped out, so we can just do whatever. I guess they have 1 mana through the Gorger. It's a Fading Hope. I don't know, Bill. We might have something. No, we don't. Ooh. Might have to sneeze here. Quite the sensation. 3 cards left in their hand. I only have 1. 2 cards left in their hand. I still only have 1. Oh, Tameo is a interesting card. Tap, we don't untap. That's pretty good. Shutting down our Constrictor. Let's just get after it. They're gonna block. Miss Maya getting her exercise done. Spin to win. Only 25,000 channel points or $5 if you just want to buy it. Miss Maya's spinning that wheel all day, handing out sick prizes. That's for everybody on Twitch. It's kind of like a live audience participation thing. These Gorgers get pretty fat pretty quick, huh? Conduit, recasting anything? Non-land permanent card. Well, those aren't permanents. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, too. I like to keep the land in hand as, like, a bluff. We have 2 for make disappear or something, so... They have 7 counters. Let's finish this. Wop 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 wop. That's +2 on everything. Oh yeah. Fading Hope. Okay. I still need to block. Tameo can bring them back, or one of them back at least. And they also become 3s here, right? We have first strike on the 1, so that doesn't matter. And I guess they can replay it from the grave through the conduit. But they're gonna need, you know, a miracle here. Right? I mean, make a token of this, I guess. Play the other one from the grave. Alright, they're tapping us. They're playing one from the grave. One card in hand as well. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hi, Daddy. I'm gonna pay for X. Well... if they have a counterspell, I will cry for not having paid for Phyrexian mana. But I kind of want the 4 loyalty.
Until the multiverse is one, we will fight to make it so.
I don't want to minus in case they have interaction. I'd rather just gain additional value.
We have allies everywhere.
Hello. What's that card? What you got over there, Willis? The turtle bouncing us this time. Nice top decks on our opponent's side. Keeping them in the game. That's a double poison counter via Toxic. One dual double strike. They see our hand. It's loaded. We have Ajani, which I think is going to see a lot more play. The Selesnya deck, I feel, is fairly serious. You never know, though, how the meta kind of constricts. I've dedicated myself just to having fun within Phyrexia. Spellbook, which I am a big fan of. Look at this freaking thing. Very cool. It's too bad it's a legendary. It'd be cool if you could make multiple spellbooks. The Scrap Gorger's back. Oh, sure.
Phyrexia fights as one.
They've been putting up a really good fight. Can they interact with the Contaminator again? Wow. Good on ya. Good on ya. Very good, my friend. Not too shabby. We could be in trouble, unknowingly. This seems to be maybe like a TSN turning point, chat. I feel the momentum shifting. They've pulled their goalie. This could be bad. I will spit out my coffee. Bro, you gotta have some mercy. You gotta have some mercy over there, bro. Well, that's game.
Right. Let's do this together.
Phyrexia welcomes all.
Gotcha. That's like a dual death, right? We win with damage and also simultaneously the poison counters. Going first with, yeah, mediocre hand, I guess. It's not the worst. It could be, you know. We could have only one color of land. We could have no land. We could have all land. Let's top deck a Rot Priest. We'll make up for this. Slow start. And then... Are you there, friend? Would you like to play a game of Magic? My chair's getting squeaky. Bro. Hello. Thanks for, I guess, whatever you're doing over there. Hopefully each turn does not take that long, you know? New mono black? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Go for it. First poison. Counter assembled. Accumulated? Assembled? I find you. Gix is good. Nah. I was thinking not so much, though. The Might can't really attack. Oh. Absolutely. We can pay life for protection from their removal, right? Sorry, we got the music on in the background, my bad. I'm gonna try not to listen to music so much. It's too easy to fall into. Hey! That's not funny. Take that back. You know? You take that back! That's all yours. They net one life here with the draw, which I hate. Another target creature, which it can't be itself. Did they double block? Actually, can I Zed out of this? No. I was gonna say, we should actually save it. But the Toxic 2 is what tricked me into it. That pushes them up to 6. And we have the priest out. We also have a soul partition for manual trigger of it. Yeah, they could have blocked the other. Actually, no, they couldn't have. Sorry, Walter. Because it gives it... they can't be blocked by creatures of that color. So I'm sure they knew. I'm sure they knew. I gotta really deal with this might. Alright. I gained some life, so at this point, let's go to Toxic Town. Hopefully they're tapped out. One more mana. Really? Good for you, 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 good for you. I think we have lethal. Last time I checked, this is lethal through poison. Ayo River! Oh, I am so sure. Bye 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 bye! Alright. Not the greatest hand, but we should probably try to flex with like a suboptimal hand, you know? It's a good start. Hopefully this just doesn't get blasted. Yep. That's gonna happen from time to time. I'm just gonna hold the phone. I'm not gonna play into more removal. You're a Celestis. It's past turn. Dang.
When I will.
That-
Telling me what
That hurts,
about.
bro.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
In turn. We could be in a ton of trouble. Classic control deck. All these new cards they're playing. Hey, they played a new land. Look at the amount of new land. Dark Slick Shores, baby. That's an oil land, dude.
You won't be outsmarting me.
See you later. Frickin' Liliana. Waste my attack to deal with her.
Hey, nothing more.
It's not great. Alright, just wipe the field. We'll have a good laugh. A second Warden. Very cool. No, this is game. Is there new cards here? Just the land. That's all they need. Thank you for the support, Robinator75. I appreciate that so much. So much. Oh yeah? Well, look what I can do. Concede the match through a very bad attack. Easy double block, right? Maybe it's got something more. Maybe there's a trick up their sleeve. There's not. There's not, I assure you. 2 poison counters. Maybe we pick up like a Wandering Emperor and we can exile these Wardens. I don't know. It's a little outrageous. 5/5s that draw cards. It's fine. Oh, don't forget the flying. Good game. There's no point even playing. Let's let him hit for lethal. Beautiful. Great game. Alright, we're on the slow woe. Fairly nice hand though, right? We're gonna start with Thicket. They are Priest. What do we play? Sure. I'm not really looking to have them, you know, grab like a security bypass or whatever, and then immediately just be protecting it. So this will save it. Alright, that allows us to attack. Need a second white source. There it is, combat research, right? This is what we don't want. And then here's Ivy. Alright, I mean, we're applying a lot of pressure. Damage and poison counters coming in hot. You know, they're halfway on each. 10 and 5. I'd like to get this Might out. Just for the hexproof. It's to the point where I don't think they really want to attack so much anymore. Unless they've got other creatures to defend or spells to interact with. Drawing a card here. A third Drake. I say play a fourth one. What you doing, Lilith? You're whacking me? Okay. The hexproof would have been sick. Right? Pushes them to 7. They don't want to bounce Ivy. They're gonna block this? Yeah, get out of here, Ivy. Alright, play 2 creatures. They're at 7 oil counters. They can't target us, or they go to 8, which is not the worst. Another Ivy. 3 Drakes, 2 Ivies. Here's a draw. And they need to keep this might out of play. I mean, we're not out of it yet. Not by any means. They did it in the wrong order if they're... Well, no, because I guess it has a target Ivy and it's a Fading Hope. So that's fine. Don't decline this. You don't want to bounce Ivy. Up to 8, they scry. Here's a Rot Priest. Here's a Duelist. Pass turn. No attack. We're close. We have the Hexproof active. All right, marching their own. All right, they get a nice draw. Can't march us. Good game. And we, like, legit just muscled them out because of the Rot Priest. Wow. Well, alrighty then. I like the deck. Performing very, very well. Could it be better? Maybe. We've got some ideas. Chorus, we like. Restoration, we like. Living Cure, just a good defense against the build. Sentry was in the deck, but we decided to cut it. The My Overseer was also in the deck, but we cut it before playing any matches. I like the Wanderer. I think the Proliferate on the Planeswalkers is phenomenal. And then, you know, maybe the Rex, just as like a big finisher, also could be really good. Especially against a control match, right? That Ward 4 can't be countered. Toxic 4 with the Trample could be enough to help you get that win. So I think the Living Cure and the Rex are fantastic sideboard cards. The Sentry I think is pretty decent as well in case you need to control their creatures. They don't have any removal. Things like this. So, you know, let me know what you thought of the deck, how we could maybe mix it up to make it a little bit more versatile, maybe a little bit more consistent, anything like this, as we're always trying to improve. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the early access content. And again, this is our 4th deck, so if you're missing out on any of them, go back in the channel and get caught up to speed. And yeah, just looking forward to exploring more of the meta. This is always my favorite part. When a new set comes out, things aren't super ingrained, and it's not always the same matchup over and over. It feels a lot less grindy, a lot more creativity is flowing around, and it's just a lot more fun. It feels much more like your local game store would, right? And that's a good experience. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member. You know, right? Check out the link tree too. If, you know, you're bored. You know, there's my Spotify link for my top songs and stuff in there. Things like that. Anywho, you know, just have an absolute magical day. That's what I really want from all of you. Go have a phenomenal day. You know, do something that makes you smile. Okay, and we'll see you soon in the next. Beautiful.